Episode 5, ladies and gentlemen. You know, we don't have an assistant today, so the second camera's out. But we are announcing officially next week our guest. Yes. First guest in season 2, coming back with the What's Good. It's Big Talk, baby.
Big Talk, yes sir. It's episode 5. We got guests on the way. We're coming at y'all multiple angles. So
got a little couch, a little something.
We got some stuff for the studio coming up, and we're really excited to show y'all all these new things we got planned for sure.
Seriously, guys, we got to start off on a little bit of a serious note. Not too much serious, but just enough before we get into what we really need to get into today. But we're gonna start it off talking about the stay-at-home order in North Carolina, because we know it's been affecting a lot of our listeners. I know it's been affecting us. The order came out on January 8th, so last Friday, right?
Yep.
And now you have to stay home between the hours of 10 and 5. Not to mention that alcohol sales stop at 9, and most places will close at 10, if not before 10.
Yeah, so basically goodbye nightlife, even though, I don't even know if it's bounced back from like way back in the day. Like, I don't know, ever since quarantine, I don't know if I'm just getting old or like maybe just the quarantine, but I don't really see the nightlife like that. Like,
we'll get back into it soon,
Yeah, but do you think like is there a big uproar about it? Like, I don't know if I've really seen too many people even post about it, to be real.
What's really crazy is before it happened, I was getting more negative feedback. I was getting, you telling me I can't be out past 10, this, and that. But like you said, like when you really think about what's that doing, it only went from 11 to 10. Everything closed at 11 anyway, right? So like that's not that far off, considering we used to get home at 3 or 4 in the morning after a cookout run after leaving the club at 2 every night, So, it was already a big difference, and it was only an hour difference, and people are starting to see the light at the end of the tunnel. I think with the vaccine coming out, which we talked about on last week's episode, go smash that like button because you know why. If you don't, your mom's up, ho. So I think people are starting to see, okay, we one last quarantine. Everybody starts to get the vaccine. They're starting to see the big picture and not get as angry, which I think is very positive.
Yeah, it's not too bad. They just put it back an hour. It's not too bad. I saw in New York, their governor, I just read this article yesterday that their governor is suspending indoor eating. They can't eat inside anymore for a little bit.
I know we were going to go to Cali last Friday, and they ended up closing down, as well as Denver, to the point where all restaurants and stuff are closed.
Yeah.
They were talking. My brother was talking takeout everything. So shout out to them going through it rough, but like I said, the end of the tunnel is near. Everybody's starting to see and starting to hear things about, where this is going and, how we're going to solve the solution. And, frankly, I don't know how people are hearing anything with these new $550 AirPods Maxes.
Right. I can't hear, bro. Can you hear, bro?
I'm sorry. I can't hear any, bro.
Yeah.
$550.
Yeah, so, basically Apple dropped these new headphones. You've probably heard of them, seen them, or, if you're rich, I guess you bought them. I don't know. Or if you're a sugar mama, maybe you bought them for your, your super hubby or something.
Shit, we got to change the answer, boys. A couple episodes we said we need a PlayStation 5 and an iPhone 12 Max. Now we're going to need to add to that. I'm sorry. We're going to need some of these AirPods Maxes just to review.
Yeah.
More so than anything.
What do you think about it? Like, would you ever buy some $550 headphones, Matt?
Hey, but I could get a car for $550.
Right, I could get a PlayStation 5 for $550.
I could get a lot of I could get an infinite number of blowjobs for $500. I don't know. Seriously, there's so much I could buy with $550. I'm not thinking about buying AirPods that aren't actually AirPods. They're actually, we'll put a picture up. They're actually earphones.
Yes.
They're not retractable. They have a weird case that doesn't really charge it. It's all these weird things that it just doesn't even sit right that this is an Apple product. It feels like they were let's see what we can put out for the consumers that they'll buy because it's Apple, but that can be a total fuck you.
Have any of your flexing friends bought any? I haven't seen any
yet. Even
yet.
my flexing friends who are literally all over stuff. I'm telling you, I have a boy. My boy Marcos at work buys more shit than I've ever seen anybody buy. Shit he needs, doesn't need it, sells some of it, keeps some of it. It's hilarious. I think it's awesome. And he gets all the new joints. I'd be jealous as hell.
Same. My boy Alex, shout out Alex, he's up in New York, always buying the Supreme, always buying Kith, always buying these expensive Bose headphones. He doesn't have them, so I'm just maybe they're just not I don't know.
Even the clout demons aren't chasing these AirPods. And, nowadays, clout is all that the internet is about, all that everybody is about, and we're going to get to why. right now. Let's kick off these topics we really wanted to get to. Let's get to bullshit. Enough news. Let's get to bullshit.
Let's get it.
We're going to start off talking about DJ Academics and this convo that was had.
Yeah, so basically, if you're a hip-hop fan or if you're on YouTube at all and, you know what I'm saying, you're into, getting the updates from music artists and stuff like that, basically you'll know DJ Academics.
You know who it is.
So DJ Academics, he reports on beefs, he reports on albums freaking flopping, he reports on, all these kinds of things. So basically, he's been talked about in the culture. Meek Mill hates him. A bunch of Freddie Gibbs hates him hardcore.
21 ain't a fan.
Yeah, he was a host on Complex Show. What was it called? Table Talk or something?
Yeah,
I don't know, something like that. But he had a show on Complex that just ended. But basically, the rappers finally got on a FaceTime call. It was 21 Savage, Tory Lanez, and Meek Mill all on the phone with DJ Academics. So basically, the synopsis of their whole conversation was the rappers who, talk about like rap, sex, drugs, shooting, whatever, were telling DJ Academics what to post on his own platform, which I think is a little bit crazy and a little bit hypocritical. But even though I like these artists, I really rock with these artists, but I just feel like you can't be speaking on certain things in your songs and then going into being mad at DJ Academics for reporting stuff that rappers are already posting on the internet already. So it's just like, he wouldn't have nothing to post if these people weren't posting in the first place, so why y'all mad at him?
But the argument, and at the same time, because Abe and I see a little bit different on this, is they're saying you don't understand our culture. You're using it to get ahead, and then so you're destroying the culture and not giving back. They were making some claims that when you have a platform like 21 Savage said in this argument, he was like, I rap about murder, sex, drugs, whatever. Like seriously, I was telling Abe, like if I had to go ahead and lick on somebody, God forbid, I'd be bumping 21 in the car on the way. I'd be jamming like, okay, yeah, this will get me in the mood for that. 21. But he's claiming Academics by promoting beef between people is the one that's actually doing the damage. And the problem they have with him isn't only that he's doing damage, but they say he's not doing enough good in return. And they're saying if you're going to take from the culture, you know what I'm saying, you've got to give back to the culture. And that's their whole argument that they're getting on him about. They say he's inciting beef, starting shit, and then when it comes time to like give back to the people, to actually help out people in situations, he's nowhere to be found.
Right. So, I mean, yeah, I'm definitely a firm believer in giving back, but I don't feel like, 21 Savage was like, oh, you're like, yeah, like I do rap about, this, that, and the third, like, all this negative shit. But at least I turn around and give back to the charities. But it's just like, yo,
still wrong.
Does a charity like cancel out like these songs that people are playing on the way
to go hit a lick or some shit?
Yeah. So I mean, I don't know. It's just the whole conversation was a little hypocritical.
It was like an hour long, man.
Yeah.
It was an intense conversation. It got in some yelling matches. Him and Meek have beef. They've had beef since 2015.
Yeah, he doesn't even report on Meek Mill or any of his artists because of how hard Meek goes in.
And that was one of the other arguments is they say like the rappers that you do promote, like 6ix9ine, like how are you promoting this rat and trying to make him the number one artist when they're actually valid artists like Lil Baby out here. They didn't even say themselves, which is what gave them a little bit of credibility for me. But you're not reporting on Lil Baby, the baby. You know what I'm saying? Like these popular artists that we as the culture would like to push forward, you're pushing forward people that we don't like and that we don't fuck with because that gets you views and that gets you notoriety. And they're claiming, like I said, taking back but not pushing forward. Why wouldn't you also push the artists that deserve to be in the spotlight? And that I do understand.
But the thing is, though, like, half these artists that he is promoting, from what I heard in that conversation, is their labels pay DJ Academics to post him or that artist or their music. Meek Mill is like, why are you not posting my artist? Well, you're not paying him. And then the conversation Meek was like, why should we pay you? Well, like, he has many views. Like, you wouldn't be pressed about it.
Yeah, his media is his business. Your music is your business.
Right. So
I get that.
You know what I'm saying? Like, don't get me wrong. I like Meek as an artist. Even though I haven't really heard many songs lately from him. I mean,
yeah, he been lacking.
But you know what I'm saying?
And such,
I feel like he just can't. He shouldn't be telling another man how to use his platform. That's all I'm saying.
No, I get it both ways. Like I said, I agree a little bit more with the rappers only because also he was talking about like some pictures Academic was posting of Meek. Like he was like, yo, I was on probation and you posted a picture of me like when I pulled up on you and my boys had guns or whatever.
Right.
Like you're trying to get me caught up and shit like that. And
but that
just
posted it in the first place.
He did. Academic said he
was
posted.
he there? Was Meek there? Who took the picture?
Academic was there. That's what he was saying. Yeah.
Academic. I don't think Meek Mill was saying that.
They were talking about like back when they was on probation.
I think he was saying he don't even have. They've never had a conversation until that FaceTime call. That means someone else posted that picture.
Oh, I thought they never had a conversation about the beef. That's what he was trying to say.
No, that was their first combo ever.
Really?
DJ Academics did not take that picture. Someone posted that picture.
And then DJ Academics reposted it.
Yes, and that's what I think is crazy. Like they're going at him
because he is reposting a lot of
someone else posted.
But my whole thing, like they were talking about smaller artists and like street beef and stuff, and yeah, I see that. If you're gonna post something about like a smaller artist and repost it and getting popular and hype it up, then yeah, that's his platform. How can you hate if you know what I'm saying? If you don't support that platform, what he was saying, if you don't support it, DJ Academic said we can coexist. We don't need each other. You don't need me. I don't need you. Right. And in the end, that's what you're saying is like, yo, it's his platform. Like, you can't tell him what to do. If you don't like it, y'all can have beef. But at the same time, y'all can still coexist.
Like, why don't you, like, rap some bars about charity or something? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. Like, you're telling DJ Academics to go do more charity. Like, I don't remember the last time I've heard some bars about, you know what I'm saying, charities.
Meek. I mean, you're right. You're right. And, you know, I just want, if y'all haven't heard this conversation, like, we'll throw the link in the description below. Go listen to it. Shit, hit us up, DM us, whatever. Let us know what you think. You know, we're a little bit conflicted about it, not to lie.
Right,
At the end of the day, all of these rich motherfuckers, you know what I'm saying? All these rich dudes can argue about whatever they want, but they ain't ready to put gloves on.
Ooh, no, yo, Meek would wash DJ Academics.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a size difference, but you know, would he get in the actual boxing ring and actually fight Jake Paul style? You know what I'm saying?
That's a good question, man.
Yo, Meek, you trying to throw down with Jake Paul? Because right now, Jake Paul is all up in Conor McGregor's shit, boy.
Yo, yes.
Crazy. If you search Conor McGregor's name right now, Jake Paul pops up.
Yo.
Jake Paul came at him on social media the other day, saying he offered him $50 million to fight. Now, $50 million, I'd get in the ring with anybody.
Facts.
Except for Prime Mike Tyson.
Right.
Except for Prime Mike Tyson. Shout out to Tyson. Yeah, that's going to happen. That Conor McGregor fight is going to happen. I have no doubt in my mind. What you think?
He called his wife a four on the, you know what I'm saying, baddie scale.
A 4? I've actually
low.
fought somebody. Fought one of my best friends, Chris. Over calling a girl ugly, like you just can't. You just gotta sometimes, you know, if you ain't defending your girl, what are you doing? You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah. He also said McGregor is down to fight this other boxer that has less followers than his dog.
Yo, I never even heard of the boxer, so then I really started cracking up. Or not a boxer, but I guess a UFC fighter. I guess because Conor McGregor's back on his UFC stuff right now, you know, and so like I think that's. You know, yeah, that's probably why he didn't respond. I don't think it's really a money thing. But in the end, like, is Conor going to rise to the shit-talking bait?
It's a great question. I mean, it's villain versus villain. It's like Conor McGregor probably knows exactly what he's doing. Like, he's not like no angel. So this is villain versus villain in my opinion.
I need a response. I need at least a social media response. Like, wait your turn, little boy. I'll be over there to whoop your ass in a second. Like something. Like, I need something.
I would be so cool with them just putting that shit on YouTube real quick. Like, you know, imagine if McGregor agrees only if it's a cage match.
Yeah, I mean, well, that's the whole thing. That's the whole thing. Jake Paul is not going to step into the cage. He wants to box. And technically, you know, Conor McGregor does have an 0-1 boxing record. Well, you know, technically, Jake Paul has a 2-0 official boxing record. And you know, people treat it like it's a joke, but these are real fights. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And with his brother about to fight, like, arguably the greatest pound-for-pound boxer to ever live.
Right.
You know, he needs to do something bigger. They're on their eternal quest to take over the internet, as people would say.
And wasn't Logan Paul trying to pick a fight with Mayweather?
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Logan and Mayweather.
The greatest pound.
Because Mayweather, in all terms, is 50-0, right? And he has won 26 consecutive title fights. You know what are you doing? You're fighting him, and you're what, have a tie and a loss on your record? That's insane.
Yeah, it's just like it's one of those points where it's like, is the money worth that 1% of you losing all credibility? I mean, look at Nate Robinson. Who like
R.I.P. Nate.
He has gotten he's gotten destroyed, dragged on the internet, and he didn't even claim to be a boxer.
No, yeah, he hopped in an exhibition match. Imagine being a boxer losing to a YouTuber. It's just like the whole thing going on in the NFL right now. It's the Steelers have lost; they were undefeated, and now they've lost 2 games in a row. And I don't know if you know, but 2 of their wide receivers, Juju and Claypool, are TikTok famous. And they were clowning. They started clowning them on. There's like Juju dances on TikTok on the logo of each team they play. And the last 2 games, he's danced on the logo. The other team's been like, all right, bet, and came out and put the work on him. And even when Juju was posting, he was like, oh, imagine getting stiff armed 10 yards by a TikToker. You know, and like he was posting disrespectful stuff like that, and then people started clapping back. They were like, yo, Claypool has 51 receptions or 50 receptions on the season. 51 TikToks made since the season started. I'm just saying. I'm like, yo. So like, you know, it's like a thing. Like imagine, you know, being disrespected by a social media star in your sport.
Yeah, man. Pride, man. It's a powerful thing right there.
You know, and people take a lot of pride and a lot of hurt in social media. And this week, you know, we talked last week about the NBA and about the Ball brothers all being in the NBA. And social media has came at them as well.
Yep. Yeah, the memes have been crazy.
I had to bring it up. The memes have been funny as hell. The Detroit Pistons took notice that everybody was trashing them for cutting Liangelo Ball before he even played a game. 0 minutes played in the 2 preseason games. They cut him. Internet went crazy, defending him, saying the Pistons were trash anyway, all this stuff. The Pistons media team responded on Twitter and said, thank you for all your time in Detroit. We'll put out some of your highlights from while you were here. They showed one video of him laying the ball up in practice. And then it says, thank you. I like almost cried.
It's like 5 seconds. I lost it when I saw that.
That is so funny. They were roasting him. And, you know, I was just like, yo, like that is coming from a professional organization's Twitter. Social media has power. And social media is what's starting these fights.
Right.
Jake Paul and McGregor. You know what I'm saying? Logan Paul, Mayweather. Poor Nate Robinson fell victim to it. Liangelo just got roasted by it. I don't know what he's going to do. You know, all the stars are returning. You know, KD's back. Kyrie's back. Curry is back. And all people are talking about is Liangelo getting roasted by the Pistons. And LaMelo also had a great first game. Like you said, 10 assists or 10 rebounds, 6 assists. But people are roasting him too. They're like, who's talking about this kid? He scored 0 points. And I'm like, damn, social media, you can't get off his back.
Right.
This is his first game. He scored in the second game. Relax. Like, you know, everybody got to let everybody else dick breathe. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, I don't even follow sports like that, and he still managed to get on my timeline. So, I mean, I think he was doing. I mean, his pass looked cool, I guess. I mean, you know, cool.
Like I said, he was putting in work, and those are decent stats. You're playing point guard. Your team only lost by a couple to the Raptors, who are only 2 seasons removed from a championship. And in the second game, he hit a 3, had some nice layups, had some really good alley-oops. Like, he's a solid player, but social media does this.
I want an NBA check. I can do some cool passes.
He just bought Cam Newton's apartment. Cam Newton's apartment was worth $3 million. Yeah. He just sold it to him.
Give me a contract, NBA. I'll do some cool passes under the leg and shit.
That apartment is beautiful. It's like he bought it from Cam Newton. Because, you know, Cam Newton doesn't need anymore. He was with the Patriots. And it turns out in that same building, Michael Jordan owns the whole 7th floor.
Wow, that's some baller shit.
Yeah. Or is it 7th floor? I think it's the 7th floor. I'll correct myself on the screen if I'm wrong. But, man, social media this week, I mean, it has us in uproar, ready for this. And nothing can prepare us for December 21st, though. I'll tell you what.
December 21st is looking crazy.
December 21st. Everybody's ready. If you don't know, let us inform you what's going on December 21st.
Well, it's looking like some of our good friends are going to get some superpowers.
You already know. Can't wait.
I don't know if like it has to do with like some kind of like alignment in the planets or something, but you know, it looks like
we gotta put up
the superpowers.
I'll put up the original tweet. You know, we'll leave it up here for a second so that y'all can talk about it. But the original tweet was from some girl, and I was just blown away by how she claims that this coronavirus vaccine is going to have all black people super powered up on the 21st. They've been something about like they've been morphing our DNA, all this stuff. Like what? All right, I'm gonna read it. As black people, genetically we are stronger and smarter than everyone else. We are more creative. On December 21st, our real DNA will be unlocked, and the majority will be able to do things that we thought were fiction. Learn who you are as people. They want to make us average.
Where did she get the date, December 21st, from? Like, why that day? I'm just want to know.
I just want to know what she was on. And I just honestly want to say, I want to get on it and jump on Twitter. Maybe I'll get famous too. That is some of the funniest.
Yeah, Twitter's a hilarious place.
I just can't. Everything came from that, and it is cracking me up. The retweets are all at her, and we're gonna throw a couple of our favorites up on the screen.
Yes,
because they have gone stupid. The memes. Oh my gosh, this has got to be the best set of memes of 2020. It's coming to the end, and we've had some fantastic ones pop out this year.
Dude, was World War III? Was that
World War
this year?
III was this year. That was at the beginning of this year.
It feels like 3 years ago.
The
like
coronavirus memes were hitting.
Yeah, and bro, 2020 has felt like 4 years.
It has been a meme oasis in 2020. The Nate Robinson was a top contender this year.
Yes.
But I'm telling you. My super suit, like I'm seeing some funny stuff, guys. I'm going to need y'all to, DM me, tweet, whatever you got, some more of these December 21st memes. And in the end, you know what time it is because it's got to be a December 21st theme hypothetical, baby.
Ooh, we're going to come back with yeah.
It's got to be a little different because, you're not really black, Abe. No offense.
Right.
Maybe black where it counts. You know what I'm saying? Ladies, hit them up. But if your friend got superpowers, maybe a handsome, tall, thick-bodied Negro, that you so happen to hang out with, got superpowers, how would you capitalize? Positive, negative, social media? Would you be, if you were their manager, if you had to manage a black person who got superpowers, what would be your quest?
Well, I mean, if you're already delegating me as your manager and shit, I mean, what superpower do you feel like is manifesting in you right now?
I mean, every once in a while I just wake up and I just look down and let me stop. But super strength is definitely gotta hit the mark. You know what I'm saying? That gym work has been putting in. I feel like I've been prepared for something. December 21st, it's gonna pop off.
All right. So if you had super strength, I would manage you by. You know what I'm saying? Anytime there's some kind of car accident, you know what I'm saying? We'll go in there, we'll get you a helicopter, fly in, look all cool and stuff.
A little search and rescue action.
We'll do something like that, and then we'll put you in some, you know what I'm saying? I might put you in the NBA or something, just keep it on the down, not saying anything.
Okay.
Ooh, or we could create, since it's not going to just be you with superpowers, we could create a whole Justice League situation or an X Games mode, but you know what I'm saying, all motherfuckers with superpowers.
Right. Oh, so, have you ever seen The Boys, the TV show The Boys? It's basically about this company and they basically make superhumans, and then that is their company. Their company is, they put them in certain cities, have them solve certain problems, do certain things. And, we could create that, guys. We're coming out with the new league. Black people, sign up. Email in the description below. Let us know what your power is. And, if you're going to power up with us on December 21st.
Word. Yeah, so let's hear it. Let's hear what your superpower is going to be.
We enjoy talking about social media and bullshit. But let's get a little serious right here for the end of the episode. We got guests next week. We told you that. This Friday, also, new video being filmed for next week. Christmas themed. Everybody have a happy holidays. We may or may not have an episode next week. We'll keep y'all informed. But either way, we're dropping a video next week right before Christmas. Y'all enjoy this episode and have a happy holidays. Anything to say to the people, Abe?
You know what I'm saying? Everyone just keep it tight. You know what I'm saying? Wear your mask and
drink some eggnog.
Drink some eggnog and mimosas. I don't know.
Mimosas, baby. We're in here.
Yeah.
Big talk, baby.
We out. Peace.